And joining us now for a monthly update from the Progressive Agriculture Foundation and Progressive Agriculture Safety Days, we are talking about striving for better health in the new year this month. Joining us, Jana Davidson with the Progressive Agriculture Foundation. Jana, always good to have a conversation with you. Thanks for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jesse. Thanks so much for the invite. I'm excited to catch up and share some good safety tips here in the new year.
Yeah, and with it being the new year, obviously that brings about a lot of New Year's resolutions for folks, and a lot of times, better health, losing weight, things like that are at the top of those New Year's resolution lists, aren't they, Jana?
They sure are. And I'll be honest with you, I've been in the same boat in the past where you have all the best intentions, but a couple days into that, a couple weeks into it, you seem to fail. And so I think the best thing is just talking about ways that we can set ourselves up for success and make just smaller changes in our life that can have big results.
Definitely. Well, let's talk about some of those small changes. You recently shared a blog post on the Progressive Agriculture website, and talk about some of the tips that you are sharing with folks that can maybe help with those better health goals for the new year.
Absolutely. So, one of the first, I think, is just a simple change that we can start to do in our lives that can have huge results is the intake of water and staying hydrated. Again, not trying to just throw myself under the bus, but that's something I've always been, a little guilty of. I know that I should be drinking more water, and sometimes it just you get busy, and you're sometimes reaching for that glass of or cup of coffee or that sugary drink, and really you should be staying hydrated. So if you did get one of those Stanley cups or one of those fancy cups here for the holidays, put that to good use and stay hydrated. So one thing we can do is fill that that jug up, whatever you're using, with water. There are even some now I see where it kind of gives you what you should be drinking, and then you can know, hey, within this hour I need to drink this much, and at the end of the day you know what you accomplished. Another thing that I've been finding to have success with, so here we are a couple weeks into the new year, is adding some fruit into my water. It gives it some flavor. So for this one, I just bought some frozen fruit, put it in the bottom, and then you have flavor all day. I can keep adding water to it, and it seems to just last all day. So that's one key way I've found. And I mean, you can add lemon, lime. Some people even like to put mint in their water. So whatever is going to just make you kind of keep grabbing for it, that is wonderful. So staying hydrated, very important. Also smart snacking. So I work from home. So I always like to say, when I pass through the kitchen, you're always kind of like on the prowl as to, what am I going to grab? So trying to eliminate purchasing a lot of those sugary, sweet, salty snacks. I know it's hard, but when you go in there, if you replace them with things like granola bars and yogurt and maybe some fruit and veggies, you're going to grab those. You're going to grab what's available. So, keeping that in stock. And also, if you have kiddos at home, they're going to go for that as well. So they're going to eat what you provide in the kitchen for them. So, that's just being cautious about that when you're doing your grocery shopping. Another thing is just moving more. I'm not saying go out there and get a gym membership or do things like that, but just maybe on your breaks, if you are able to schedule some breaks during your day, take a walk. I know this time of year for all of us, we don't really want to go outside, but there's other avenues. I know some people like to walk around the malls or other indoor places. There's even, I think, some clubs I see started, at least in my area, where folks will walk around the schools in the evening, with a group. So again, that's also good with that relationship building too, and good for your mental health. But even just little things like taking the stairs over the elevator, and just little choices like that, again, can make a big difference. So like I said, moving more, whether you're at your computer desk, you can do a few exercises, or, watching TV, folding the laundry. There's like little things that we can do to just keep our bodies moving. And then
Definitely.
the last thing is just washing our hands. This is one thing I think we've all learned to do a better job of, especially since the pandemic. But that is one of our best defenses of spreading sickness, catching illness, even foodborne illnesses too. So again, when you're preparing your meals, that's also just a big to do, is making sure we wash our hands, and then having also in case of emergencies, that hand sanitizer with you just in case, because that this past fall winter, I was seeing a lot of illness happening. COVID has definitely not gone away. It even hit our family here over the holidays, and then RSV has been huge. I'm going to be honest with you, Jesse. I always thought, RSV was something you hear with little ones, babies, and I've heard so many, adults, older adults getting it, individuals our age, so that's something, really important. And then your regular flu and common cold, it's just best practices to keep that at bay.
Definitely. A lot of things that are just, I feel like, smart reminders as we head into a new year, Jana, for sure. I want to ask you as well. I know these are things among many other things that you guys talk about with children and more at Progressive Agriculture Safety Days. Let's give a plug for Safety Days real quick and give folks a refresher on what you guys do, Jana.
Absolutely. So the Progressive Agriculture Safety Day program, we actually are recognized as the largest rural safety and health program for children throughout North America. We provide one-day learning opportunities for children to learn on a variety of topics, both safety and health. So communities can bring a safety day to children in their community, and they get to customize it. So they select the topics. They decide on what's the most important things that they want to reach their children with. So that's the beauty of it. We help here at the foundation. We help guide those volunteers, help them make those choices so that they have a successful event. And so many of the tips that I shared, from washing your hands to moving more to, making better choices when it comes to drinks and also snacks, are just things that we incorporate into our healthy lifestyles. And one of the things that I failed to mention that's a new topic for us and very important, as you're probably seeing in our farming and rural communities, is mental health. So we do have a new mental well-being and stress management chapter that we've introduced a few years back. And so it's been really popular too, and encouraging kids just about how to cope with stress, being able to identify those coping strategies, knowing what stress is, how to manage it, and then also just, ways to nurture relationships with others to really help us with our mental well-being.
A lot of great things to think about. And Jana, if folks want to learn more about how they could bring a Progressive Agriculture Safety Day to their community, how can they find out more information?
Yes, they can visit us at our website. It's www.progressiveag.org. Once they're there, we do have a Get Involved tab. They can click on that, and they can easily submit what we call an interest form, letting us know that they're interested in learning more, and we'll follow up and we'll get them on the right path. So whether they want to bring this program to their community, or maybe they just want to get involved and volunteer, because volunteering is a great thing to do for our mental health. So there's also that option where we can connect them with a safety day already happening. But we have more than 415 applications in so far for 2024. So we're really hoping this is one of our biggest and best years yet. So applications are welcome year round. So we're hoping that maybe some of those listeners are interested in bringing one to their community.
ProgressiveAG.org for more information. Jana Davidson with the Progressive Agriculture Foundation. Always good to talk with you. Have a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you again soon.
Sounds wonderful, Jesse. Thank you.